Hello and welcome to a new episode on Sadhana World Foundation. As you know, we care about crafting young lives. We bring experiences from our day to day lives and connect them with the wisdom which is embedded in our ancient texts. Recently, I was thinking about some experiences of my own life. There are occasions wherein discussions at work, with friends, with colleagues, with siblings, at family situations, I was becoming unnecessarily hyperactive. The tone was rising. I was getting concerned about things which I could have just let gone of. And I realized that that was not my finest hour. I was wondering why does it happen? And I'm sure I am not alone in this experience. Many of you have been. So, when we think deeper, we understand that our anger or frustration or disappointment or feeling of happiness, feeling of sadness, feeling of ashamed, feeling of being hurt, all these emotions, all these feelings don't happen suddenly. They happen over a period of time. One trigger takes place and we just outburst into a state of ecstasy, state of happiness, or state of sadness, or state of feeling hurt, or any other such emotions. It's almost like we are piling up books and a very tall book pile happens, and sometimes the pile of books loses its balance and it falls off. It collapses. That's my observation. I don't know how many of you really agree with this. Nevertheless, the point is that emotions or feelings keep on accruing, keep on depositing in our mind over a period of time, and we build a story in our mind, and that story sometimes gives way and it falls through, and then an outburst happens. And the situation in which we have an outburst, it is not necessarily the happiest moment for the person who's expressing it. It is also not the happiest moment for the others who are around that person. So definitely this is not a situation that any of us would like to be in. If we think deeper, we know that from our schools, colleges, from our homes, families, the society that we live in, many of us are trained to control our emotions. We are told that it's not good to feel the emotions. We have to operate from our rational mind. We have to think of cause and effect. We have to behave in a manner that emotions are to be kept away. But in my mind, this is not the right kind of education that we all have gone through. This is not the right kind of training or social upbringing that we all have gone through. I strongly believe that we need to be calm to understand what is happening. If I'm feeling angry, or if I'm feeling disappointed, if I'm feeling anxious, if I'm feeling happy, we must be able to recognize and accept it. And then only we will be able to express this in a rational manner. Today's neuroscientists have told us this, and they have said that there is a small part in our brain which takes control when it recognizes that we are in danger. There is something happening around us which needs attention, pushes us to either fight or to run away or to freeze and not do anything. Fight, flight, or freeze is a very animal like behavior which is there in a small part of our brain. When that part becomes active, then that pile of experiences which has been over a period of time built into a tall structure, collapses and disaster takes place. I looked at our ancient texts, and as usual, I found that the ancient texts have told us hundreds of years ago what our neuroscientists are telling today. In Srimad Bhagavad Gita, there is a concept of vivek or discernment. It says, we are not our emotion. It says that when we are holding on to our unresolved thoughts for a very long period of time, we build an attachment with those thoughts. And those attachments produce anger, frustration, and various kind of negative emotions in our mind. Even positive emotions. It says that keep yourself away from the unresolved thoughts. Park them aside. Recognize that those unresolved thoughts are taking place. And instead of getting attached to them and hence getting upset or angry when those events are not favorable. That's the problem. So attachments lead to frustration. Frustration leads to anger. This leads to compromising our vivek or discernment. We are not able to realize what we are doing. That small part of the brain, which is called amygdala, is taking over our actions. If we look at Upanishads, it even goes deeper. It says, you are not your emotions, you are the sakshi, or you are the witness. You just have to witness what's happening inside your body, inside your mind. If you are feeling angry, recognize that you are feeling angry. If you are feeling ashamed, if you are feeling frustrated, recognize that and state that to yourself and to the others around you. And then the conversation becomes a lot more rational. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear children, it's a deeply profound thought. I think we really need to practice a different kind of life from what we have been traditionally taught in our homes and schools. Emotions or feelings are important, and we need to recognize, we need to acknowledge them, we need to accept them. Then only we will be able to lead a happier and better life in this world.